Hey, what's up guys? It's me, Brandon Johnson from Used Boats TV. Today I'm about to take you for a ride on a 21-degree day on a beautiful 2004 Sea Ray 240 Sundeck. It's gonna be awesome. You're watching this video on my YouTube channel, which is Used Boats TV. The purpose of this channel is to make a lot of training and how-to videos, as well as boat reviews. I sold this boat sight unseen. So the purpose of this video is to take my customer with me via video presentation to show them how it works on the water. So if you're looking at this for information, because maybe you're considering a 240 Sundeck or you're looking to learn how to operate yours, please consider subscribing. Let's go.
What it really means to live life golden. Golden, they're about to see it shine.
Before we put the boat in the water, the first thing you do is to come back underneath the outdrive and put the plug in it. Right here's where your plug goes. Hand tight's good enough for a day on the water. If you're gonna put it on a lift, you're gonna wanna use a wrench, okay? Once you got your plug in, fire up the boat. Once it's in the water, it's gotta be in the water to run. Once it's fired up, unhook the strap, and you're good to go. How far do you back it in? Till you see the rear end float, that's good enough. Now, once you get into your boat and it's in the water, you come back here in the port side aft corner. Everything is frozen. Slide the seat out. You have dual batteries with a switch, okay? So you turn your switch to both. Let me see that and I'll show them. So when your switch is on both, the alternator is going to charge both batteries. When we start it, we want it on both, so that the alternator is charging both batteries right here. When we're done for the day, you just want to shut that off. You shut the batteries off altogether. If you're going to cove out, which means drop an anchor, swim, have some fun, relax, switch it to 1 or 2. That way your stereo is isolated to one single standalone battery. From there, come up to the helm. This boat is direct injected, multi-port injected fuel injection amazingness. So to start it, we just turn the key. All clear. Fires right up. Okay? 3 things the boat won't start. I'll include a link to a video in the description that explains that. Okay? So be sure to check that out. Shifting's real smooth. You push in the button to engage it into gear, just like so. There's a definitive catch, which makes it really easy to dock. Neutral's in the middle, definitive catch for reverse. You only hit the button when you're going into gear, okay? Your throttle range is beyond that, so it makes it easy to dock because you have a definitive catch, so you can't slam it into throttle. So I always say when you're getting used to driving a boat, this boat, even though you know boats, play with just putting it in and out of gear so you get real comfortable with that, okay? Second thing on the shifter, I've had a lot of people excited to drive, and as they accelerate, they have the finger on the trim up button. Okay, this boat's got tilt and trim. I'll include another link in the description of this video that explains how to operate tilt and trim. But if you have your finger on the drive comes up, the motor's gonna be running hard and going nowhere, okay? So you have tilt steering, so you can set that where you want it. In terms of systems, let's review what we got here. We got trim tabs right here, and I'm gonna show you how they work when we're out here on the water, okay? Fuel gauge, tilt and trim. Trim gauge works. Just slow because it's frozen. See it going up, going back down. In just a minute it'll go back down. So you also have your speedometer, your tachometer, everything you'll ever want to know is built into this. So notice as I trim will actually take over in this gauge, okay? Then it'll go back down. So we're at 25% down. When it goes all the way down, there's a change in the tone. So it shows our voltage, our fuel burn, etc. This is our oil pressure and our engine temp, okay? All the gauges worked. Okay, all the gauges worked. Blower, hopefully you can hear that. Off, on, that ventilates the engine compartment. Bilge pump is automatic, so that you'll probably never touch it, but it throws water out of the engine compartment. Interior lights are right here. No, that's navigation lights. Navigation lights, it's the boat in the circle. That's the red and green built into the front and the white light that plugs into the back. I'll show you that works when we get it back on the trailer. I'll do like an exterior, interior walk around video, okay? If you're stopped at night, that's just the anchor light. That's the white light. It has an anchor on it. Very easy to remember that one. cockpit lights are furthest to the right. Back here. Up underneath, maybe you can see it by the cover, but it's on. I can see it on. Okay, there's that one. Horn. It's amazing that works on a freezing cold day. Accessory, God knows, sometimes you hit something when it's dark and you see a bunch of funky lights, but I don't think it has anything. Okay? Wiper. That's made for a splash, not a storm. Remember that. Okay? It's got a water pump button. It's all unplugged. It has antifreeze in it, but this will build up pressure. Okay? See it shooting out the antifreeze? So it's not unplugged, it's winterized. That's what I'm trying to say. When it's 20 degrees and you can't feel your fingers, it's hard to communicate information articulately. Okay? Now, so what I'm going to do is accelerate the boat. I'm going to go as fast as it can go, trimmed all the way down. Once I reach our top speed trim down, I'm going to trim up, which if you watch that video, teaches how to release the boat, get it up on top of the water, and accelerate. So the purpose to do that is to show you how the boat feels to the load on it and what kind of top speed we'll reach. All right, so I'm going to take that from Billy, and we're going to do that right now. Okay, so if you watched my last video, you'll know that the speedometer wasn't working. And once we got it thawed out inside the shop, it worked just fine. So we're going to have that happen again today. So we got a little tiny hole in the outdrive that reads the water pressure. Problem is, the water's so cold, it will not melt. The ice is flowing through it. So we engage into gear. What I'm going to do is run the boat at full speed, as I said, trim down. Boats like cold water. However, if the thermostat doesn't allow us to reach operating temperature, we may not see our true top speed. Okay? The speedometer is unclogging itself. See how accurate it is. Oh yeah, it's 20 mile an hour, 22. I mean, really close enough. So, forget I said that. Just hit that red line and it'll go and hit stop recording. I don't have to do it on this one. So, at 30 mile an hour, 3,000 RPM, the boat's on plane. It's 3-degree bow rise, as I mentioned. So it just really runs smooth. You don't have to push it on the plane. You can kind of ease into it. You can go fast if you want. Again, we're still trimmed all the way down. So while we're doing this, I just want to go ahead and show you, the motor's not hitting, spitting, sputtering. Now, I'm not going to touch the steering wheel, but I'm going to put one trim tab down. Watch how we turn. So we're turning towards the board, birds, seagulls, or whatever they're called. Watch out, bird! Now we got scared. We're playing chicken with non-chickens. Now I'm going to do the other tab. See how we're turning. And again, I am not touching the steering wheel. So that's how you know they work. If you get them all messed up, and you will, about 10 seconds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, we'll take them all the way up out of the water. Now, if the water's rough as hell, you get your boat, just where it's kind of cruising around 30 miles an hour, put both tabs down and watch our speed. It's going to slow down, but we're going to run real flat because we're plowing through the waves. See the speed going down? See the wave off the side of the boat is way up here? As I let the tabs back up, our speed will increase because we're going 28 miles an hour, and the wave will start to transition towards the aft end of the boat. See our speed just picked up? Go. Accelerate here. When it's cold, sometimes we get an over rev too, alarm, because the thermostat's not ready to release that kind of revolutions per minute. It'll slow us down. So let's go to 4,035 miles an hour. Let's trim up a little bit. So this is all the way down. 1, 2 clicks. Very responsive to trim. So no more gas, just more trim. Up too high. There we go. Keep pushing it. So, as you can see, she runs great. It does not help when it's 20 degrees outside. They're not really made to run in that weather, but runs great. Our operating systems and everything work good. We're gonna go back, put it on the trailer, and then I'm gonna do my exterior and interior walkthrough, plug the lights in, and show you that they work. Stay tuned. So as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, putting the boat in the water is very easy. You just back it in until the rear end floats. Putting it on the trailer, that's where people struggle. And why they struggle is not driving the boat, it's because they get the trailer too deep in the water. So Billy, point the camera up there. You see how you can see the front of the boards just barely out of the water? Those bottom boards on the very bottom are nothing more than guides. The outer boards are actually your supports. So as long as those are out of the water, you can just drive, get in the middle. The trailer was made for this boat. And once you kind of get it straightened out, go ahead and trim up a little, maybe four clicks, because that outdrive, when you get on the trailer, is down. So you're gonna drag it across the ground if you leave it down. So once you get that, you go ahead and accelerate, and you just wanna keep the middle of the boat in line with the roller. Nice and easy, nothing herky-jerky. Herky-jerky hurts people, makes people fall, makes you look kind of silly. So you notice I'm just applying slow, steady throttle as I accelerate up. Right there? Okay. And you want your bow eye flush against the roller, okay? Once you're done, shut her off. Raise the trim all the way up. Now, I've had a lot of customers call me and say, Brandon, my boat's not trimming. If you have the key off, the gauge quits working. Clearly, right now, you can hear the trim. Hopefully, you can hear the trim. All right, next clip. Okay, I'm doing this a little different because it's so cold outside. Doing the interior and exterior walkthrough sucks. So, I got it inside, wiped it back down. So, the purpose of this part of the video is to do the inside and outside walkthrough to show you the conditions. So let's get started. Okay, here we are coming around the port side. So I touched up your outdrive. Had a little electrolysis on it. I'd always put a chrome sky guard on there if you want. It looks good, but just let me know. Hey, even the license plate light works. That's crazy. So it's LEDs. Let's go above the rub rail for the gel coat. I found one spot on the hull where a gel coat guy, I had him fix a nick there on a lifting strake. There we go. And he forgot to polish it out. So I just marked it with painter's tape, and I'll show you that here in a second. So most likely Monday he'll just finish polishing it out. It's filled, it's just not polished, so it's a raw repair. Okay. It's got good tires. I don't know what these stickers are, but it's got stickers on them. Right there. I put the tape on intentionally. So what you're seeing here, hopefully, is a repair that just wasn't polished back out. So that's the only thing I've seen from a gel coat standpoint. On the outside, this is dirt. See? Okay, trailer's good. 2-inch ball, 5-pin flat. Like that. Got a step on it. As a bonus, I forgot to tell you, that junky trailer that I was gonna put with it, it was just too much work to get it ready, and I just didn't feel right about it. So I talked my boss into putting the nice trailer underneath it. You're welcome. But that's the nice Tennessee trailer. So that was just silly. Okay, here, low rub rail. There's some very just fine right here. No one ever noticed probably, but me and you when you're cleaning it. Gel coat's good. That's like just hard water spots from the drain. See, it's coming right off. It's not a scratch or nothing silly. That's a drain for the sink. Boat drains are called scuppers. Why? I do not know. It's a silly name. Still hull over here is in great shape. Okay. Platform's in good shape. Props look great. Now, as I mentioned, I turned the lights on. Let me come back up here. But the anchor light which is your ninth that you plug in at nighttime that goes in the back of the boat. It's too tall to fit in the shop. So see, these lights are working here and here. I'm about to show you some redneck engineering on how to make sure it works. Stay tuned. Look at that. Okay, there was snow and ice everywhere when we drove it. Got it inside, wiped it down just a little. So now let's take a hard look at the condition. The vinyl is like sincerely super duper clean. Very well conditioned. Like whoever had it used a lot of conditioner to keep it this nice because it has a real nice finish to it, like factory finish. Okay. These always need adjustment. So this one fits nice. That's something good to point out. You got a little sprayer in here. The light works, it's missing a lens. Still got the mirror. Some of those fall off. It's just a good thing to point out. Let's pump out toilet. Cockpit covers in here. These have been replaced. So they're newer and they're in real nice shape. Bow and cockpit cover. Never showed you the motor, did I? I should probably do that. So storage in here, again, your battery switches are in there, like we noticed on the drive. So the struts, when you lift this up, it's holding itself up, see? Not cheating you or tricking you. Bilge is nice and clean. 350 mag MPI. Gear lube reservoir is nice and full, that's good to point out. We didn't take the plug out, so it's freezing, of the boat. So we'll take that out. That's why you got some water in there from all the ice that was collecting, but not much after driving, you see. So that's good. Now your tables and trash can go in here. The carpet's in real nice shape. See? Sometimes the bottom side, no, this one's not. This one's got good bottom, so never mind that part. But if it ever gets dry, you can use that Flex Seal stuff that you see on those cheesy infomercials. That does a great job. So the seats swivel and slide. The end vinyl's nice. These have been redone. You can plug your phone in there. You're probably tired of looking at the helm, but it's nice. The gauges are nice in this one too, which is something good to point out. Ski storage. I put your light back in here after my engineering. See, it clips on the side. 2 cover pulls. Again, I'm not holding this up. Like so. Shut that. This is how you lock it down. Coming up to the storage. That must be for a different boat. It doesn't go to this one. There's the cooler and the table poles. I think my detailer's messed up here, so I'll throw that out. So, oh, I never showed you the radio. Let's do that. Okay, so I know that the radio wasn't in it. I'm sorry, I forgot. There's no CD in it, darn it. Let's turn it up.
Complex
there we go.
And there's no charge for
talk radio.
Contact us and learn more about how SCORE can help you. Contact Bruce.
Oh, heck yeah. So I didn't want to say anything. You know, the remotes never work. So this one, since we were able to get a factory one, the remotes do work. That's great. So we were able to maintain the remotes. I don't think there's one in the back, was there? Yep. Let's try this. Oh yeah, it does work. So you set your favorite channels on there, and then you can click it because you can't tune it on the remotes. Shut that back off. Shut the door. Okay, vinyl up here is in great shape too. You always want to look at like the tops of the seats to see if they're burnt, cooked, dry, cracked, faded. It's got the pull-out shower here, cooler. Bow cover's really nice. You saw your lights working already. Make sure I put the cover bolt back in the boat. Anchor locker, bow boarding ladder. It's really nice. Okay, storage underneath these. See? Let's drop down. Look at the storage here. That strut's a little weak, but I'm going to partly open this one, so I'm not going to replace. I'm not replacing that one. Well, think of anything I'm missing, I appreciate the opportunity to help you. This is how I sell a boat sight unseen. So if you're here checking this out or buying a boat from me, please do me a favor and subscribe. I'll see you on the water.
Bottles, popping bottles.